Hello dear students, welcome to you all in this video. So in the last class we studied regarding the tetravalency of carbon atom and also we studied catenation. What do you mean by catenation? Catenation means the ability of carbon to form covalent bonds with other atom. It's called catenation, and this is the unique property is having towards the carbon atom. So that's why carbon atom can be formed chain, branched, cyclic, acyclic, having a multiple bond with other atom. So under the tetravalency of carbon atom, we studied how carbon atom is bonded to the four other atom with the tetrahedron corner of the tetrahedral. So whatever the carbon and hydrogen bond is there in the organic compound or maybe carbon-carbon, that all are called covalent compound. So first upon we're going to study it. What is covalent bond? A covalent bond is formed by equal sharing of electron from both the participating atoms. And whatever the covalent bond is there, this covalent bond, they are two types. One is there sigma bond and another is pi bond. Let's study first upon what do we mean by sigma bond. A covalent bond resulting from the formation of molecular orbital by end-to-end overlap of atomic orbital are called sigma bond, and it is denoted by symbol sigma. Next, pi bond. Pi bond, a covalent bond resulting from the formation of molecular orbital by side to side overlap of atomic orbital along a plane of perpendicular to line connecting the nuclei of the atom, and it is denoted by symbol of pi bond. So let's discuss right now. So what is the difference between sigma and pi bond? They will going to ask in the examination for 2 marks. Sigma and pi bond. Sigma bond are formed by head-to-head overlap of two atomic orbital. And in case of the pi orbital, or sorry, pi bond, in the pi bond, a covalent bond is formed by side-wise overlapping of two p orbital. Second difference, sigma bond are more stronger and pi bond are weaker. One more difference, to break a sigma bond required maximum amount of energy. Pi bond, if you want to break that bond, it requires very low amount of energy. So why sigma bond are stronger? Why pi bond are weaker? So first upon we'll find the answer of sigma bond, why it is stronger. During the formation of sigma bond, when the two spherical orbital their overlap and more extent of overlapping takes place, and due to that sigma bond are more stronger. What about pi bond? Pi bond are weaker. Why? When the two p orbital, when they are overlap sidewise, less extent of overlapping takes place, and due to that factor pi bond are weaker in nature. So next we are going to study the classification of organic compound. So whatever the organic compound is there, they are basically classified in two types. First is acyclic compound and second one cyclic compound. Whatever the acyclic compound is there, that acyclic compound also it is called open chain compound or aliphatic compound, and cyclic compound also it is called ring compounds. Then whatever the cyclic compound is there, They are also classified in two types. One is their homocyclic compound and another is their heterocyclic compound. And whatever the homocyclic compound is there, that homocyclic compound also they are classified in two types. One is their alicyclic compounds and second one aromatic compound. And whatever the aromatic compound is there, this aromatic compound also they are classified as benzenoid compounds and non-benzenoids compounds. I'll come to the heterocyclic compound. Whatever the heterocyclic compound also they are classified in two types. One is their aromatic compound and second one is non-aromatic compound. We'll discuss right now the definition of classified organic compound. So, as you know that what is meant by organic compound? We know that those compound contain carbon and hydrogen are called organic compound. Now, what do you mean by acyclic compound or open chain compound or aliphatic compound? In the acyclic or open chain or aliphatic compound in which all the carbon atoms are linked to one another to form an open chain. Either they may be in the straight chain or branched chain are called acyclic compound or open chain compound or aliphatic compound. So, in the acyclic compound, all the carbon atoms they are bonded in a open chain manner. Maybe having a branching are called aliphatic compound are called open chain compound. Next, cyclic compound. In the cyclic compound or ring-like compound in which all the carbon atoms are bonded or linked in a ring-like manner in a cyclic manner are called cyclic compound or ring-like compound. Also it is called cyclocompound. So example cyclopropane where three carbon atoms are linked to one another in a cyclic manner are called cyclopropane. Cyclobutane where all the four carbon atoms they are bonded in a closed manner, cyclic manner are called cyclobutane. Next example cyclopentane. In the cyclopentane also all the five carbon atoms are bonded in a closed chain manner are called cyclopentane. And whatever the cyclic compound is there, this cyclic compound also they are classified in two types. One is their homocyclic compounds and heterocyclic compounds. Homocyclic, these are two words. What do you mean by homo? Homo means same and cyclic means closed chain. What do you mean by heterocyclic? Heterocyclic word also formed by two words. One is a hetero, another is a cyclic. What do you mean hetero? Hetero means different and cyclic closed chain compound. Let's discuss right now homocyclic compound or also it is called carbocyclic compound. In these compounds containing rings which is made up of only carbon atoms are called homocyclic compounds. So in this compound all the compound are formed by same atom. For example, in the cyclopropane, three atoms are there and that three atom is carbon itself and they are bonded by a closed chain manner are called homocyclic compound. You will get in the ring compound or closed chain compound all the carbon atom only. Same atom you will get. Also it called carbocyclic. Carbo means what? Carbon atom is there. Cyclic compound all the carbon atoms they are bonded in a closed chain manner. They are called homocyclic compound. And whatever the homocyclic compound is there, they are classified in two types. One is their alicyclic compound and aromatic compound. Then what do you mean by alicyclic compound? Alicyclic compounds, these are the carbocyclic compounds. which are resembles aliphatic compounds in their properties. Example, cyclopropane, cyclobutane, cyclopentane, cyclohexane. Next, aromatic compound. Aromatic compound also it is called the carbocyclic compounds. What do you mean by aromatic compound? Aromatic compounds are those compounds contain at least one benzene ring are called aromatic compound. And aromatic compound also it is called benzenoid compounds. What do you mean by benzenoid once again? Benzenoid compounds are those compound should contain at least one benzene ring. Example, benzene, naphthalene, and phenol, aniline, toluene. So these are the examples of aromatic compounds. Let's discuss next heterocyclic compound. What do you mean by heterocyclic? I said hetero means different, acyclic means closed. We come to know that what is carbocyclic, what is homocyclic, where whatever the closed compound is there, they are formed by same atom. So what is the heterocyclic compounds? So heterocyclic compounds are cyclic compounds having one or more heteroatoms. Examples, furan, pyrrole, pyridine, in which where all the carbon atoms are bonded in a closed chain manner, but one of the carbon atom is replaced by heteroatom like oxygen, like nitrogen, like sulfur in the ring are called heterocyclic compounds. Next, we'll discuss benzoate compounds and non-benzoate compounds. What is benzoate compound? Benzoate compounds are those compounds they should contain at least one benzene ring. Example, benzene, aniline, naphthalene. Next, non-benzoate compound. Non-benzoate compounds are those compounds that do not contain benzene ring, but it shows property of aromatic compound are called non-benzenoid compound. Example is tropolone. Next we'll discuss functional group. So functional group, it is a more important for us to understand the property of that particular compound. First upon, we'll discuss definition of functional group. What do you mean functional group? An atom or group of atoms present in a molecule which determines the properties of the organic compound is called functional group. So due to presence of different functional group, we can say that that particular compound it falls from alcohol, it is from the aldehyde group, it is from the carboxylic acid group, it is from the amine group. Okay, so likewise we can distinguish, we can categorize by knowing the functional group. So what is important here? So whatever the functional group is there, that functional group it tells us the correct information regarding that particular compound. Next we will discuss what is meant by homologous series. Homologous series, a series of organic compound which can be represented by general molecular formula, and whatever the two successive members are there that differ by only CH2 group, it's called homologous series. Means whatever the homologous series is there, in that homologous series when you write the one of the compound like a CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3, so this is n-butane. So where two end of that particular compound is differed by CH2 group, it's called homologous series. The homologous series, a series of organic compound which can be represented by the general molecular formula, and in which Any two successive members differ by CH2 group, it's called homologous series. So if you consider example alkanes, alkenes and alkynes, and if you write the example, for example methane, next ethane, then propane, then butane, then pentane, then hexane. If you come down, if you increase the number of the carbon atoms in the organic compound, so you will find that, so whatever the organic compound is there, that organic compounds, they are differed by 1 CH2 unit, 2 CH2 unit, 3 CH2 unit. It's called homologous series. So today I'll going to stop here. The remaining part we're going to discuss in the next class. Thank you.